everything. I'll tell you why. Because see, what you are doing, you know what that infers to. You know, you hit at the domestic investor. You've seen how the stock markets today have surfaced. Now wait, pull back for a moment. Let me also get in the first response then from Tom before I get both the opposition gentlemen also here. You know, Tom, all said and done, when you have serious questions of a conflict of interest that go out to the SEBI, should you also not say that, okay, let's have an open investigation? If the opposition says, let's have a JPC, why are you running away from a JPC? And why are you batting for the SEBI also?
Deepti, it's a very strange situation that Rahul Gandhi and his minions have led this country into. What he does not tell you, Deepti, is that in 5 months, Mr. Meka, don't smile. I can understand your, this kind of attachment to Rahul Gandhi. What I need to put on record is Mr. Rahul Gandhi has made 47 lakhs in the last 5 months. And SEBI has been steady. There's been no complaints. SEBI has been acting on this Hindenburg. They have given them notice. And this is the retaliation that you have seen. But tell me something. If Rahul Gandhi can make 47 lakhs in 5 months, with the SEBI in charge, Mr. Meka, just step back and think that we have a fierce stock market, which cannot be, you create these waves of Hindenburg talking about Adani. What has happened today? Monday morning, what is the situation in the stock market? Nothing has happened. So this third time or fourth time failed Rahul Gandhi is wasting Soros's money, which has been invested, and Soros is hopping mad because he tried it during elections. He gave them funds. He did everything possible to dislodge this government, and it failed. And now this report that has come in is yet another failed attempt.
No,
so
but you know, Tom, I just want to disagree a little bit. See, everything, like I told Mr. Meka, is not about Narendra Modi all the time. You know, you make this as if you question Narendra Modi, you question the government, you're questioning India. There is a difference between those two things.
Deepti, let me complete. The happenings in Bangladesh, the happenings in Jammu and Kashmir, the reactions of the India Alliance leader, Farooq Abdullah, he blames the Indian army to have connections with the extremists. Now, what is this all about? This is not about Narendra Modi ji. This is about a direct attempt to destabilize our country.
No, then Tom, you know, the other counter question that I will ask you, and maybe Abhishek can push that point a little further, what's happened in Kashmir and Jammu should, concern all of us. Because as far as, I remember, I think we rooted out militancy, Abhishek, in Jammu in particular in the year 2009. But of late, you have seen a spate in all these terror-related incidents that have come in south of the Pir Panjal. And the government cannot just tell us, listen, we have no responsibility. Someone needs to be accountable, Abhishek, even for that.
Yeah, so I want to make a number of points on this issue. The first thing I would say, the good thing is that we have seen a certain maturing of the market. Last time you see, when these charges came along, there was a panic in the market for a few weeks. I think there is some echo. Is there a hello? Yeah. Hello. Yeah. So
yes.
So last time when these charges came along, we saw there was some panic in the market for a while. But this time, as you can see, there was no panic because gradually the investor is realizing that just like you have infiltration along the LOC and, they constantly try to bleed by 1,000 cuts, this is essentially the economic version of that. Now, I would actually disagree a little bit with the first panelist who said Hindenburg is a discredited organization. I would say they are not in the business of credit. We are talking about Hindenburg research as if it's some Harvard or something, some big. These are bottom feeders out to make a quick buck by, like laundering information here and there. These are like parts of the dirty tricks department. They have no credibility to begin with. These are the people, they just rake, mark, they make a quick buck here and there. So they have no credibility. Let's just be clear about that. Now, the point that I also want to make is that now the organizations that they are talking about, these are now so large, so international, that if you dig sufficiently into any given person, anywhere in the world, you can always make up some insinuation that, so and so is linked to somebody else. And there are people who are saying that American investors will lose faith in our market. Actually, American investors would feel extremely at home if they hear of such charges. I actually challenge all the think tank people who are spreading this story on social media to give their list of donors. And I will point out one by one how many of them have received contracts from the U.S. military-industrial complex. Do people in India know that the Pentagon cannot account for $2 trillion?
Abhishek, because I'm looking at a more holistic picture, and the fact that whether it's the opposition right now that is erring, or even the government can, to perhaps establish credibility and transparency, go in for a probe. Every time there is an allegation that goes out against the government, they say, oh, this is against national interest. This is against India. Is that a fair response? Abhishek, take 10 seconds to say yes or no, and then we'll get in both Tariq and Harish also before I come back to all of you again. But is that a fair response? Make everything about, questioning India when it is about questioning the government.
That is the point I'm trying to make. When we say probe, we are treating this as like some very significant incident has happened. No, this is some low-level muckraking guy. It's like every Bollywood actor. If somebody said gossip, oh, you're in a relationship with so and so. Can you start saying that you can't just react to everything? These are low-level muckrakers. That's what Hindenburg Research and so-called is. That's why they have this fake name, Hindenburg Research. No, they're not a research. They're just muckrakers and blackmailers of the lowest order. So let them be.
Okay.